For many years, Burkina Faso was not seen as a player in the gold market. Yet, in recent times, gold has risen to become the nation's foremost export. Good evening, Africa. Good evening to the world. Tonight, we gather on the threshold of a new era, one whose impact will stretch across hundreds of years, not merely a handful of decades. What unfolded today in the heart of Burkina Faso is not simply a local triumph. It marks a profound transformation in the global balance of economic power. Imagine the scene. Sunlight blazing over Ouagadougou's ochre soil, a sea of thousands assembled in eager anticipation, every gaze drawn to a solitary stage adorned with the vibrant colors of Pan-Africa. Cameramen from every continent fix their lenses on a single figure, Captain Ibrahim. His presence commanded attention, his speech destined to etch a new page in our collective narrative. But unlike before, his message was not of conflict, sanctions, or struggle. Tonight, he revealed a symbol so bold, so groundbreaking, that its echoes reached from Paris to Beijing, from Washington to Johannesburg. Lifting a gold bar from a velvet case, glinting under the open sky, he presented more than a prize. This was the very first gold bar entirely mined, purified, and forged by Burkinabé hands on Burkinabé land. No foreign plants, no hidden deals, no colonial agents siphoning away the nation's essence. For the first time in the modern chronicles of Africa, a leader stood before his people holding not merely a resource, but a statement of economic autonomy. The crowd buzzed with energy. Elderly miners, who had toiled for decades beneath unfair agreements, brushed tears from their cheeks. Young scholars, fists raised high, cried out, "Africa claims her gold." All across the continent, radio waves hummed with breaking news, social media burst with joy, while in distant boardrooms of the West, a chill settled in the air. Because this was not simply about gold. It was resistance, solidified in metal. A declaration that Africa's wealth would no longer be stolen in plain sight. He was unveiling not just a product, but a vision, a future where Africa retains her treasures. Make no mistake, this step is perilous. It confronts centuries-old systems, multi-billion-dollar syndicates, and the unseen shackles of financial oppression. The waves from today's ceremony will carry far. Markets will tremble, foreign diplomats will confer in hushed tones, and somewhere tonight, powerful men in tailored suits will glance at this headline and understand the old order has come to its end. This evening, we invite you to relive that pivotal moment. Hear from the crowd, witness the world's reaction, explore the economic aftermath, and sense the quiet yet unmistakable anxiety now settling over those who have long reaped Africa's gold. For today, Burkina Faso did more than produce a precious metal. It forged an instrument of economic emancipation, and Captain Ibrahim has just armed the cause. Welcome to Taco Africa 360, your destination for in-depth news, astute analysis, and meaningful reflection. If you appreciate well-researched perspectives and journalism grounded in facts, remember to like, subscribe, and activate notifications so you never miss a story. Please note, all content on this channel draws upon trustworthy public sources and verified information. It serves solely for educational and analytical ends. We neither support nor condone any form of political violence, hate speech, or discrimination. Our mission is to inform, not to incite. Thank you for joining us. Let us remain informed, together. Brothers and sisters of Burkina Faso, sons and daughters of Africa, children whose roots run deep into the scarlet soil of our ancestors. Today, I address you not just as your president or your kin, but as a witness to the exploitation of our homeland, who has pledged before God and the spirits of our lineage to restore her honor. Today transcends an ordinary date in our past. Today is a milestone that will reverberate through the centuries. Today, at the very heart of Burkina Faso, we have achieved something extraordinary. The very first gold bar that has been entirely mined, refined, stamped, and claimed by the people of this nation. No outsider's hand has ever grazed it. No foreign entity has laid claim to it. No shadowy multinational has whisked it away beneath the guise of investment or international aid. For the very first time in our country's story, the gold harvested from our own earth will remain in our possession. For generations, Africa has been a continent bursting with riches, yet its people have lived in poverty. The soil here is more fertile than anywhere on earth, and yet our farmers toil in hardship. Beneath our feet lie the world's most precious minerals, but above the ground, our children have suffered hunger. For decades, gold has vanished from our lands in hidden containers and secret convoys, spirited away on aircraft we do not own, guarded by strangers who do not speak our languages, bound for vaults we shall never set eyes upon. Our inheritance has been stripped from us, melted down, stamped with emblems that are not our own, and returned to us in the form of coins and trinkets we cannot afford. But today, that bitter cycle ends. I have visited those mines myself. I have felt the scorching heat from the furnaces, witnessed the fatigue and struggle etched onto the workers' hands. I have seen the very people who extract gold left with nothing save calloused skin and aching bones. I have watched as powerful companies secure lucrative deals in gleaming boardrooms, while the miners' families survive in makeshift shelters with no access to clean water. I have witnessed officials from distant lands arrive with crisp suits, bulging briefcases, and cunning lawyers, spinning tales of partnership. In reality, their so-called partnership has always meant that they take all and we are left with nothing. Those days are behind us. With the determination of our own engineers, the wisdom of our own metallurgists, and the vision of our own people, we have constructed the very first fully operational gold refinery in Burkina Faso. Every bar of gold passing through these doors will be Burkina Faso gold, refined by our hands, certified by our experts, and guarded in our own vaults. No longer will this treasure be spirited away to Paris or London or Dubai under the cover of darkness. It will remain here, for our citizens, for our children, for generations yet to come. Some may wonder, Captain Traore, why is this so important? Is it not just a bar of gold? But I tell you, this is far more than a slab of metal. This is a beacon of our economic independence. It is the tangible evidence that we can shatter the chains of exploitation forged over centuries. This is the proof that Africa is not destined to supply only raw resources to others. Here, we can refine, we can manufacture, we can create wealth within our own borders. When we hold our gold, we hold our future. Do you understand why the colonial empires clung so desperately to our dependence? Because they grasped a simple truth. Whoever possesses the gold shapes the future. For too many years, we yielded that power. Our resources became weapons turned against us. We mined and refined to enrich them while our own lives grew poorer. Every time we dared to demand fair treatment, we were told that it was impossible without their guidance. But today, my brothers and sisters, we have proven them wrong. Let me share a truth with you. The very moment we announced this refinery, the world's powers grew uneasy. I have received phone calls. I have received threats. Delegations arrived bearing false smiles and dangerous proposals. Mr. President, they insisted, why not let our firms handle your refining? It is far too risky to attempt it yourselves. Risky? For whom? Risky for their profits, yes. Risky for their tight grip? Absolutely. But for us, it means freedom. The gold within our land belongs first and foremost to the people of Burkina Faso. Before it leaves our borders, it must serve our farmers, our teachers, our soldiers, our hospitals, our roads, our industries. That is true sovereignty. Not just waving a flag, but controlling every ounce of wealth that springs from our soil. Burkina Faso will never again export unrefined gold. Not a single gram, not a single ounce. Not a single gold bar shall depart from our land without first being refined by our own hands. We will not be forced to sell out of desperation. Instead, we will set the terms. choosing to sell only when it serves our interests. We will reserve enough to safeguard our economy above all else. With our gold, we will construct schools and compensate our doctors. Our gold will ensure our children have food, energize our industries, and finance the defense of our homeland. Thus, no foreign force, mercenary, or puppet ruler will ever again dictate the fate of our nation. To my fellow African countries, I say this: pay attention. We cannot claim true independence while our resources remain in foreign possession. We cannot speak of dignity if we continue to plead for loans, even as our riches sustain banks abroad. The day every one of us processes our minerals here at home, the day we all set our own prices, the day we determine how and when to sell, on that day, Africa will stand tall. To those in the West who are following these words, let me speak plainly. We do not seek to be your adversaries, but we will never again be your servants. We will trade with honor. We will interact with fairness. However, the time when you could extract our wealth without consequence has come to an end. You may remember a Burkina Faso that would bow its head. That Burkina Faso is no more. I am well aware that the path ahead will not be simple. I know we will face retaliation, economic sabotage, political coercion, media attacks painting us as extremists, tyrants, or sources of instability. They will accuse us of isolating ourselves from the world, when in truth, we are stepping forward into a global community where we stand as equals. There will be attempts to corrupt our leaders, infiltrate our institutions, and sow discord among our people. Yet we are prepared. We have studied history and will not allow it to repeat itself. This gold bar I hold is not merely a symbol of achievement. It is a mirror reflecting our true potential as a people who can determine our own destiny. It is a proclamation, louder than any speech, that we will no longer accept scraps when we ourselves are the bakers. It is a vow to every child in Burkina Faso that they will inherit a nation wholly theirs. Africa, the moment has arrived. Let us rise. Let us reclaim not only our land, but our authority. Let us shape not just gold bars, but a new path forward. When the world asks how we achieved this, we will answer with courage, with unity, with faith, and with the unwavering conviction that Africa rightfully belongs to its people. Burkina Faso, this is our time. This is our gold. This is our future, and we will defend it with all that we possess. As reactions continue to emerge from every corner of the continent, one truth is undeniable. Africa is insisting on respect, sovereignty, and responsibility. Was this merely a diplomatic error, or does it signal a profound transformation in global alliances? We will be watching every development. If you consider this story significant, please like, share, and subscribe for more genuine, uncensored African news. This is Talk of Africa 360, sharing the stories that truly matter.